Hi guys and welcome to a new but a bit slow, a bit late video on Sonal's life. On May the 1st, New Japan had one of their biggest shows of the year in the New Japan Dontaku show. And holy shit, it was phenomenal. It was literally, probably as many people have said, one of the best shows of the year so far. And especially with a lot of people having their ifs and buts about New Japan and their booking in the past few years, it was a real eye-opener for everyone. The reason it was late, as everyone who follows me on social media, at wrestling_chat, you will know that I was actually in London this weekend. So Friday night, Saturday, all of Sunday, and Monday until like the evening, I was in London for 2 nights at the 80s concert, which is a K-pop band. And because I was out being a bit of a tourist and literally going crazy at 8 very talented idols, I did not finish the show until literally Monday night. So this is why it is a bit late. But as always, even though it's late, I am going to be here with everything that happened during the show, the results, the big surprises, and what we can expect going forward. So let's get started. As always, we started the show with a big multi-man tag match. I say big, there was 6 people. It was Bushi, Shingo Takagi, and Fujinami versus Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and Taka Michinoku. And obviously, Fujinami got injured, so we had a replacement. Another huge legend, and it was an amazing match. There was some nice interactions between all of the wrestlers in the match. The big thing for me, Taka Michinoku didn't get pinned. In the end, it seems like they really want to continue this sort of elevation of the King of Pro Wrestling title. So Taichi managed to pin Shingo Takagi. Let that sink in. Earning himself another shot at the King of Pro Wrestling title. Again, it was an opening match. It wasn't the best, it wasn't full of action, but it was really nice. You got the past, the present, the future of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it was a really nice way to kick off an extraordinary show. So then we had the special singles matches. So rather than having tag match, then special singles, and then the title ones, we had one tag match and a few special singles matches. The first one pretty much dates back to last year's Best of Super Junior final, and it was Yo versus Hiromu. Now we all know that the ending proportion of the Best of Super Junior, Yo killed it. He was going undefeated and only failed in the final with Hiromu. And everyone thought this is going to be like an amazing stepping stone for Yo. He's going to break free of Roppongi 3K and find his own role in the company. That didn't happen. Literally after Wrestle Kingdom, he started getting pins again. He seemed to have lost that light. And whenever a wrestler, especially in the junior division, loses that spark, Hiromu Takahashi is after them. So after a few losses and not really seeing Yo's determination, Hiromu called him out. He went, yo, I was going to say yo, but that sounds a bit weird, but you get what I mean. Like, what's happened to you? What happened to the guy that I faced all the way back in December 2021? So this special singles match happened. I was sad Yo did not win, but there was this new sort of like rejuvenation, more adrenaline in him than I've seen in a long time. It almost dated back to the Best of Super Junior, where you saw this new side to him. Because if you remember, in Roppongi 3K, he was always the cool, calm and collected one compared to the show's very passionate side. And I think that it showcased, I mean, it's weird really that you think Hiromu is in the second match, but he really lifted up the energy with Yo. People were taking notice of this junior division, which, as I'm going to say later on, with the Best of Super Junior coming up this month, was the perfect showcase of the two wrestlers. And you know what, can I just give props to the costume maker, because Hiromu's octopus coat is probably something that should have been worn at the Met Gala. Just saying. But yeah, Hiromu won that, and I think it was the right choice. I think with the Best of Super Junior coming up, it's going to be make or break for Yo. And another match which was maybe make or break, but very odd booking, was Tangaloa versus Yujiro Takahashi. We are finally getting to the nitty gritty of this Bullet Club versus GOD feud. And this was the first proper statement of it of the night, because a lot happened, I can tell you that. The match itself, I mean, when it comes to Tangaloa, I cannot dispute his talent. He is fast, he is strong, he is agile. Yujiro's Yujiro. They had both guys, so Tangaloa had Jado supporting him, Yujiro had Dick Togo. What I liked about this match, and I'll say it later on, is that they're starting to build Jado up as a force. In the past, Jado was getting pinned. He was sort of the weak link of this GOD trio, because I'm going to combine him with that. But he's really stepped into his own. He's going against Dick Togo. He's trying to help the GOD guys. In the end, after Tangaloa tried to get rid of Dick Togo, and I think it was Sho as well, Yujiro got the win with, I think it was Pimp Juice, I don't know. I'm upset with it because now that is 2 times that Tangaloa has lost to Yujiro, but I feel like something's happening. We then started with the title matches. So the first one of the night was the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship between 609, so Taguchi and Master Wato, versus the Suzuki Gunjo of Kanemaru and Doki. First of all, I'm going to say I was very conflicted here because I always love seeing Kanemaru team with El Desperado. They are like the pure iconic duo. Obviously, Despi was a bit busy, so I like that Doki got this chance. It was a bit of an odd match, a bit of comedy in it. It's Taguchi. Taguchi came out with holding red underwear, put it on his head. But aside from the tomfoolery, it was a very good match. Not long, so around 9-10 minutes, but I think it was perfect storytelling. We are slowly seeing the improvement of Master Wato and of Doki. Yes, he got the pin, but I feel like in this match, I'm going to say you've got 2 veterans. So you've got Kanemaru and Taguchi, who everyone knows are massively talented and underrated. Doki, brand new. Master Wato, upcoming. And I feel like this match showcased the junior tag division is there. We have something. We have different options. And yeah, it was just a very nice match. 609 got the win. Taguchi and his funky weapon and Master Wato have they're breaking this curse that we had with the junior division, and I think we're going to get some consistency. When I talk about consistency with the junior title, that is not what we got with the heavyweight title. So we had a triple threat match, which is more odd for the heavyweight tag titles than the junior one. It was the champions, so Okan and Jeff Cobb of the Empire, Bishamon, so that was Chaos's Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, versus the Tongans, honorary Tongans, the Bullet Club's Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. Again, a very interesting match with 6 very different competitors. It seemed like action was coming left, right and centre. You obviously had the 2 big guys, so Jeff Cobb and Fale going against each other. Okan and Hiroki Goto have a very similar style. Similarly with Chase Owens and Yoshihashi, the smaller guys in the group, not very known for maybe being top players, but have slowly been building up. And a nice bit of action. I was very surprised I wasn't surprised when Bad Luck Fale and Chase got the win. Congratulations to the Bullet Club duo. I think they have worked amazingly well for years. Their performances in World Tag League and stuff is great. I think I was more surprised that the Great Okan and Jeff Cobb lost it so quickly. They didn't get pinned. Shockingly, it was Hiroki Goto who got pinned. So I assume that the Empire want a shot again. But I really hope this is not about to hot potato this title, because when we had the feud with Dangerous Tekkers and GOD, we really started to see a new side to the title. And I don't want that to go downhill with hot potatoing the title between factions. So if we're going to keep it on Bullet Club, keep it on them for a while. Similarly, it's happening with Master Wato and Taguchi. With the Bullet Club win, we went on to another match with Bullet Club, and that was Evil versus Tama Tonga for the Never title. Again, I did not expect much. I never expect much when it comes to Evil. Dick Togo was there, obviously. But like I said with the Tangaloa match, Jado was there with Tama Tonga, and I think that was pivotal for this match, because we've said this, and I've said this when we were going forward with the Bullet Club story and GOD leaving. For the past few months, even before the faction broke up with that split, Tama Tonga was not cheating. He is that phenomenal athlete, and he doesn't need to cheat. And that was on showcase here. I mean, hell, even Evil seemed to show some sort of restraint. Yes, we had some cheating, there was chairs, there's a lot of Dick Togo, but with the help of Jado and Tama Tonga's heart, Tama's finally won his first ever singles championship with the Never title, which is always the best transition from tag to singles, or in the sense other people have done junior to heavyweight. However, as big as the match was, it was what happened after. So Tama was celebrating, and next thing 2 figures came out, and it was Doc Gallows and Machine Gun Anderson. It is the first time, maybe in a decade, that those two have stepped into a New Japan ring. Now, the big thing was Tama Tonga won with the gun stun. Whose move is the gun stun? Machine Gun Anderson. So he came into the ring. Obviously, by now, Tama knew this was not going to be a reunion. It is the Bullet Club's 10th birthday. The Good Brothers have shown their opinion on Tama and Tangaloa by joining Jay. So Machine Gun hit a gun stun on Tama Tonga and challenged for the Never title. Well, that was a big moment in the show. Like, there's obviously been rumblings that the Good Brothers are going to come back because they've been teaming with Jay and this whole Bullet Club thing. But to see it happen and for it to happen at Dominion, but linking into the storyline perfectly, was amazing. They did it. The transition was so smooth, and a lot of people are very excited for Dominion, where we are having Tama Tonga versus Machine Gun Anderson for the Never title. And I think we are going to get that title back to its core roots. And hopefully Tama Tonga retains, because holy God, I really don't want him to be buried at the expense of bringing back some very popular and iconic wrestlers from New Japan's past. We then ended the night with the final 3 title matches, varying in length but all as epic as each other. We started with the Junior Heavyweight Championship, so that was between El Desperado and Taiji Ishimori. These 2 guys are true representatives of the junior division, in my opinion. Not only are they both very fast, they are very strong with their submission game. And this seemed to be the angle that both were going for. So from the very beginning, Taiji Ishimori was targeting Despi's neck, so for his bone lock. Despi was targeting Ishimori's leg for his numero dos. And between a mix of like fast action, there was a lot of ground-based offense. Obviously, being junior wrestling, there was a lot of danger. Both guys literally did not care for their safety, which is always nice to see in the junior division. We love a bit of danger. And what I love, yes, Ishimori took off the turnbuckle, and it's not quite as cute as when Yano does it. But at the core of it, it was another amazing junior wrestling match. I was obviously gutted because El Desperado lost to the bone lock. But I think Ishimori has won the title. This is his 3rd title reign. His past 2 have always been overshadowed by something. And I think Despi had a very nice run and has held it since, was it last October or November? So I really hope, and I keep my fingers crossed, that Ishimori is going to have a very good run. But as Taiji Ishimori, not as the Bullet Club Ishimori who sometimes chills out with the House of Torture, because that is not the kind of wrestling I want. And I sort of think it'll be very interesting to see Ishimori as a champion in the lead up to the Best of Super Junior, because, well, I think as a champion is the hardest time is to be champion during a tournament, because you have literally got a massive target on the back. And with the Super Junior lineup bigger than ever, Ishimori really needs to watch out. We then had another match which was edited because of COVID. So originally, after Sanada had to relinquish the title, it was meant to be Tanahashi versus Will Ospreay for the United States Championship. Like Fujinami, Ospreay got COVID, and we got Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Tomohiro Ishii. I mean, you can't really complain, can you? As expected, I think it was like 23 minutes. It was bloody awesome. For the majority, personally, I thought Ishii was at an advantage. He had the upper ground on Tanahashi. He was using this brute force, which Tanahashi, I don't think is as used to as maybe guys like Minoru Suzuki. Like, Ishii kept hitting, like, forearming Tanahashi. And God bless the world's most handsome man in the world. He was trying to do the same. But we all know Ishii, the more blows he gets, the stronger he gets. And he was like one point where Tanahashi kept forearming him, and Ishii just kept walking towards him like, you bring it. And that was nice because we see a contrast in styles. Everyone sees Ishii and they think, he's just a big, strong man who likes to hit people. My guy did like a step-up Pele kick, and I was like, damn it. Same with Tanahashi, you see him as like a flashy guy. Yes, we saw some nice sentons and sling blades and twist and shouts, but when he was going into his submissions, because I think people don't remember like how good Tanahashi is with that. He went through the New Japan dojo. He knows all of those submissions and has used them to win. Same with Ishii. Everyone expects him to do one thing, but he comes out with another. It wasn't fast paced. There was nice light and shade. There was times where the audience was like, because of what happened. And yeah, I'm gutted about the fact that I think I got my hopes up. I was like, Ishii's gonna win, isn't he? He didn't. Tanahashi won in the end, but it was all for the right reasons because of the big shock that happened after. So after Tanahashi held up the title, showed massive respect for Ishii, which like I feel like nobody ever has anything but respect for the Stone Pitbull. Chase Owens came out with his title. Now obviously this links back to when Chase Owens beat Tanahashi, I think it was a New Japan Cup or something, and he was like, well, I deserve a shot at the US title. But then somebody came in with like a mask on and started beating Tanahashi up. We were like, we got another guy in the Bullet Club. You see my face? Because suddenly this mysterious guy hit Pulp Fiction. Remove the mask, it was Juice Robinson wearing a Bullet Club t-shirt. You know why this is so significant? Because Juice has always been a member of Hontai. Him and Tanahashi and Finley are like the three amigos. And to see Juice having betrayed them to join Bullet Club, especially smart considering like there was news going on that he was done with New Japan, my mouth was on the ground, and I think everyone in the arena made like a simultaneous gasp because of what happened. And as far as like surprises go, I think that was the biggest one of the night because one, can someone double check David Finley's okay? He's lost a tag partner again. Like he lost his friend Jay White to Bullet Club, now he's lost his friend Juice Robinson. Someone make sure he's okay. But I think it was perfect because Juice was floundering. I honestly can be honest and say I wasn't really caring what he was doing in the States or whether he was coming back. This fresh new start in Bullet Club, yes, I'm upset that, again, Bullet Club is overcrowded. It could be the perfect thing for Juice to stop being that rootin' tootin' babyface he always says and actually showcase that he is talented. And talking about talent, we ended the night with a phenomenal match between Tetsuya Naito and Okada for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, I'm looking at all you haters who said, why are we going to see Naito versus Okada for the third time in like 2 months? Hey, if you watch the match, you'll understand why certain people can do multiple matches and still make it as epic as each other. This was no exception. Going into the match, it seemed like Naito was going to play some mind games. He took forever to take off his ring, like his shirt and suit, and then was playing the mind games in the ring, like tapping him and stuff. But aside from that, we saw a very determined side from Naito. He failed to win he failed his first title shot, I think it was at New Beginning, then managed to beat Okada to get this shot. We all know Naito wants to be the main event of Wrestle Kingdom next year. He is looking far in the future, and that's what he wants. And that almost reflected in how he was wrestling. It almost seemed like Okada was playing with them a bit. He was doing some dangerous moves, but also teasing the ungovernable one. Whereas Naito, I think literally after that first bit of like Tranquilo, was fully into it, very dangerous, flinging Okada into guardrails, like neck breakers onto the ring to target the neck for Destino. And I think Okada has got Naito now. He knows that he needs to dictate it in his pace. He can't let Naito get on the floor and do a submission game because Naito is good at that. He can't let Naito get too unpredictable. So Okada needed to use his speed to control the pace of the match, and he did that perfectly. It was full of action, some amazing moves. We saw the Stardust press again, which I will never get tired of seeing. Around the world DDTs, Okada's drop kicks. And in the end, after one of the most beautiful ending sequences I have ever seen, please go and watch it, Okada got the win with the Rainmaker and cemented his status as why he is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And you all know what happened after that, and why I'm wearing my Breathe with the Switchblade t-shirt. After Okada's celebration, after what seems like months, bear in mind my guy was not even at Wrestle Kingdom, Jay White came out. He finally returned to Japan and basically beat the shit out of Okada. Like, they had a Blade Runner, there was like Gato there, then the rest of the Bullet Club came out, started pouring beer on him. Machine Gun Anderson did a promo about how good JY is. And of course, JY didn't fail to mention that he was the man who single-handedly sold out Madison Square Gardens. And it proves that, I guess, Okada's next challenger is Jay. That was probably the perfect ending to a perfect show. I obviously saw the results first on social media because I couldn't watch it. But seeing Juice turn, Machine Gun Anderson challenge Tama Tonga, Jay White come back, amongst all the other matches, showed that like New Japan is back on its feet, back to pre-pandemic excitement. The Best of Super Junior lineup got announced. We've got people from Mexico, America, Japan. We've got guys coming back, so Juice and Jay challenging for titles. Fresh Bullet Club, like me, I guess you can't say fresh because they've always been Bullet Club, but you know, Gallows and Anderson returning, it's sort of like fresh. It seems like New Japan is starting a new chapter and really drawing in these global audiences with its links to AEW and Impact. And I mean, I always say New Japan has some amazing shows. I loved the New Beginnings. I loved everything. I loved the anniversary event. This was probably like one of my favourite shows of the year. It was phenomenal from start to end and really builds up some nice storylines. Going into the Best of Super Junior and obviously the second biggest show of New Japan's calendar, Dominion. Now I can take a breath. That was a quick whistle-stop tour through everything that happened. Again, I am sorry that it is late. I got back on Monday night very late, needed to finish the show before I could do this, then need to record and edit it, but hopefully you guys enjoy it and have enjoyed these videos as much as I enjoyed watching the show. Make sure to talk to me about it. Like, I've seen so many social media tweets, but let me know in the comments. What did you think of the show? What were the moments that stood out for you? What matches stood out? And what are you most looking forward to going forward? Because we have got a jam-packed few weeks coming up, few months in New Japan. So, as always, let me know what you think in the comments. Follow me on social media at wrestling_chat. If you like the video, press like, put a comment, share, and remember to hit subscribe. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye!